I had Trick Daddy on the show recently, and he said something that I think resonated with a lot of people. He said that
An old wise man once told me, if you could look in your closet, look in your driveway, and look inside your house and see more money than you can see when you look inside your bank account, you's a poor fool.
Damn, I like that one. Trick, I'm still in that what account? Still in that one, man. I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
That's true.
If your clothes and cars are worth more than what you have in your bank account,
That's true.
you're broke.
That's true, man. Look, when I first started getting money, man, I spent so much money on stupid stuff.
Yeah.
I'm talking about $1,500 shirts, $3,000 suits. You know when you buy a $1,500 shirt, you can't wear that shit but one time. Because everybody gonna remember, like, that's a $1,500 shirt. You know, like that suit, a $3,000 suit, people gonna notice. There's something about that thing.
And it has no resale value.
When you try to sell it, if you tried to sell it, in fact, you can try to sell it back to the same store you bought it from. They'll call the police on your ass. Man, if you don't get your ass out of here, sucker, you know, like, and I hated that once I figured out what was going on, even the jewelry. Man, you spend $100,000 on a necklace, and once you get on up out of that store and you try to come back, man, you'd be lucky to get 10 cents on the dollar for the same necklace.
And this is why I tell people, I said, well, number one, jewelry is never a good investment. But if you are going to spend money on jewelry, if you're going to splurge on yourself, well, get a Rolex plain Jane.
Yeah.
Because Rolexes, historically, you've been able to sell them for at least what you bought it for if you wait at least a couple of years.
Tell me about it.
Right.
Tell me about
Not
it.
a good investment because it's not going to appreciate.
Right.
You know, an investment is supposed to appreciate, but at least you can get the money back as to what you spent on it. Now, if you bust it out, you know what I mean? If you throw a bunch of aftermarket diamonds on it and all that other shit, it's essentially worthless.
That's true. You can only basically sell it to the next fool that's like you, basically. You got to find somebody that's like you.
Yeah.
It's just like when I put like $30,000 in aftermarket on a Chrysler once, like on a 300. And when I got ready to sell it, like it was worth like $9,000. You know, like that was the value. I tried to sell it like 5 years later. In fact, I ended up I felt so bad about trying to sell it, I just gave it away. I was like, man, I ain't trying to take no, man, I feel violated, you know?
Yeah, man, listen, anybody can make money, but it takes a very smart person to keep it.
And most people in life are going to come across a lick. You're going to get, I don't care who you are, you may be the poorest person in the world, but at some point, you're gonna come across some kind of lick where you're gonna get a $20,000 lick or a $30,000 lick. You can become rich even with a $10,000 lick if you normally, you know, your normal expenses are typically $1,000 a month or whatever, and you come across $10,000. If you're a disciplined person, you could take that and make yourself a millionaire.
Yeah.
You know, if you got 10,000, you know, all you got to do is jam that 10 times and get you 100,000, and whatever you did to get 100,000, do that 10 times, now you're a millionaire.
Exactly. Well, you've said that black people need their own economy.
True.
You think that's going to happen? I mean, because you had the whole Black Wall Street thing that happened back in the day, which ultimately got burnt down and, you know, fucked up. But do you think that's actually going to happen at some point?
I think it might happen after everybody die. Like everybody got to die. It's too many coons out there, right? You know, it's too many coons. It's too many people out there who are working against the black community, and many of them look like the people in the community. And so it's very difficult to fight through it when you have focus groups who are not black, who sit around and think of ways to continue to destroy the black community or put black people in a deeper hole. You know, they got focus groups, people who sit around and figure out, you know, how can we get these youngsters, how many youngsters are we going to be able to lock up over the next 15, 20, 30 years? You know, how can we control this? You know, how can we control this population? You know, it's it's very intentional what they do. And so I know people say, well, we got to get our stuff together and we got to do this. You see, let me tell you something, man. With all of the grinding that black folks have been doing in America, with all of the hardship stuff that we went through, if not for the focus groups in America who are oftentimes hired by the government, who are on the government payroll, if not for those people, those agents, black people would have them probably everybody outpaced by now, and we wouldn't be in the rut that we're in. But it's very hard to reach your full potential when you're being targeted by your own government for failure. I don't give a damn who you are. If you think I'm playing, let's pretend for a moment. This is a hell of a pretension right here. Let's pretend that white folks were the targeted for failure in America. Let's say right now, from this point on, cops are gunning down white folks in record numbers, shooting unarmed white folks in record numbers, killing them way more than anybody, unarmed white people, right? Let's say white people were going inside of stores and being followed around, right? Let's say that when white people wanted to open a hotel or a restaurant or a club, that the people in the permits departments dragged their feet or decided, you know what, we're going to refuse that. We're not going to allow you. Or when you do open a restaurant, a club, or a hotel, inspectors come through and fuck with you so much that they basically destroy your will and make you sell. Tell you, you know what, this shit ain't even worth it. Let me get the fuck out of here. I'm tired of these people coming through here fucking with me.